Testing 1 2. Test 1 2.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Oh, wow. And amplified. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Yeah? No, do you know any? Yeah, that'd be great. Super cute. Cool. Absolutely. Thanks for having me down. Anything that feels like normal life is good with me. Jupiter, did you miss the mouse? Next time. can't? Why? That's alright. I can pull it over. That's weird. Cool. Okay. Cool. Oh, thanks. Is that Peaky Lay from Hawaii?
Test 1 2.
Right? That's a good choice. Have you been doing a lot of these? Nice. Awesome. Yeah. All right.
Testing 1, 2. Okay.
Jupiter. You're so curious. You're so curious. No.
Okay, I'm gonna set this over here for now.
Cool. Hello, hello.
Alright. I'm gonna get Prince Nugget. Prince Nugget the Fourth. Colorado's most regal goat. Come on, buddy. Come on out. We got a bunch of people waiting to see you. Okay, you just hang tight there, Domino. He'll come out here in a little
Guy
bit.
goat.
Alright.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god, it's so small.
Go ahead and switch to the full frame, son.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Alright, come up here, buddy. Can you get up here? Here, I'm gonna turn on this live feed over here too.
Come here. Hey, little goat.
What's
Have a
up, buddy?
picture?
Come on up. So what's going on, everybody? I'm Jim Nairn with Rocky Mount Goat Yoga. Welcome to another episode of Paint, Wine, and Goats. One of our online events that we decided to come up with for the whole pandemic that's going on. It kind of forced us indoors. That's okay. We still want to cultivate smiles and happiness with these goats regardless. I'm sitting here with none other than Lisa Siciliano. I'm very, very excited. I'm very happy about this. She is my favorite photographer, so she's been that way for ever since I saw her first piece. Her first piece of photography, I just fell in love.
Thank you.
So-
That's nice to hear. That's a nice opening. I'm in love with goats.
Yeah, me too. I love these little guys. You want to give him a couple treats?
I do. What's his name? Prince what?
Prince Nugget the Fourth.
Prince Nugget the Fourth. Do you have
Yeah.
a first, second, and third ahead of you?
You know what? I think he does actually.
Hey, little goat.
You know what? I think I'm gonna turn up your microphone just real quick because I don't think Jimmy knows how.
It's all right. Hey, goat. Goat, you want to take a selfie, Mr. Goat? Hey, goat. Come here. Your friend wants to come out and play with us. Here,
Okay, there we go.
goat.
Actually, I think. Sweet. I just want people
Hey,
to
come
be.
here.
I just want people to be able to hear you, Lisa.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, we got it now.
Hey, Prince, Mr. the Fourth.
Prince Nugget the Fourth.
Come here, Prince
This
Nugget
is
the Fourth.
Colorado's most regal. Man, you want to see him do a trick?
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So first I got to get his attention. Come here, buddy. All right. We're gonna show her how we bow. Can we bow? That's a good boy. Bow. That's a good bow. All
Wow.
right, bow. Bow. Okay, can you wave? Wave.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, wave. Wave. You know wave.
He's still bowing.
Yeah. So he's right in that like cusp, like he gets
Getting
confused
it.
between the two.
That's okay. It's pretty
But-
good for a goat.
He can do it a lot of times though. Like he'll wave, but for the longest he wasn't very athletic,
Mhm.
and we never really thought he was that smart either.
How could
But-
you possibly say that?
He like shocked us. He surprised
Yeah?
us totally.
He's very smart.
Yeah, just out of nowhere he just started bowing.
Bowing.
Yeah, he was
'Cause
the
He wants those yummy treats. How
well,
old is he?
yeah, he's a year and a half. It's
Nice.
partly the treats, and then partly he was tired of being like on the bottom of the totem pole.
Oh yeah, he wanted to be one of those big goats.
Yeah.
Was he there when I photographed them last year?
You know what? When you came and photographed Allie.
Yeah.
Or yep.
He was
Yep,
there? You
skull
were there.
farm.
You're in the pictures. I should have brought a picture of you.
Totally. So this is actually a paint wine and goats, but
Are we
neither
gonna
is
paint?
really. Yeah, we're not painting. Really, like this event kind of evolved from. Like I wanted to do a paint tutorial.
Yeah.
And then we got like these online events, you know, and I kind of wanted to do a paint tutorial online, like streaming too, and I thought it would be cool. But then I had just this opportunity to like just invite a bunch of artists to come and hang out and talk about their art and stuff and give them a platform.
Awesome.
You know, because over the summertime, Rocky Mountain Goat Yoga, like we built up our camera stock and our stabilizers and all that stuff, and I actually invested in some streaming equipment too, like a video capture card, not like with a real goal in mind or plan to use it, and it was just sitting there. So I just decided to put something together, and then a lot of artists out there, like they have just such amazing art. They really don't have like a high definition platform to be
Yeah.
able to like showcase it.
Yeah, it's very professional setup.
So
Noticed that right away.
well, and it's prosumer, so it's not like but it on the level of like
Prosumer. I've never heard that before. I like that.
well, I don't have like real nice cameras. Did you bring your camera, by the
I
way?
did not bring
You
my
didn't?
camera.
I
Isn't
shoulda
that
asked
weird?
you.
You should have asked me. I would
I
have
know.
totally brought my camera.
I-
On the way down, I was kind of thinking that. I'm like, it feels weird not to have my camera. Yeah, I've been carrying it around with me everywhere, too, since this whole thing started, so it's odd for me not to have it.
Yeah.
On the way down, I saw like 5 things that I probably would have been late if I had my camera, because I would have done
Pull
the
it out.
U-turn, and I found myself lately keeping it in my car and then pulling up to people and taking a picture and speeding off, which, probably not the most cool, but come back.
Come on up here, buddy.
You're the star.
Here, let me get you a bowl.
Prince
Usually you
Nugget.
like to do it with the bowl. So a lot of you have so much photography,
A lot of
and a lot of it I didn't discover until later on.
Uh-huh.
But
That's probably good, because the later on stuff's better than the
Well-
early on.
well, what I'm saying is that a lot of the photos that I recognized were all these rock gods and these just amazing musicians,
yeah.
mind blowing, how you capture these moments and
Thank
everything.
you.
So that's what captured my eye at first with your photography, and then I started noticing other pieces that just stuck out and inspired me. I was like, wow, even we were chatting about that the Anita La Martina.
Yeah, I know. I was so excited that you even knew those photos. I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool.
I saw it and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
This
She's
it's
a gorgeous girl, so that was half of it. But we did it just literally on the fly. I mean, she got blown off by a couple of photographers that were supposed to do some shoot with her, and we were chatting online, and I was just like, come down, I'll take your picture. No plan, nothing.
Yeah.
We just We winged it. We went out in my backyard, like in the freezing cold at night, used my husband's construction light. She had a smoke machine, so we used a smoke machine. And we were like in the bottom of the creek bed. And it was just so much fun to take those pictures. And they're some of my favorite photos, too.
That's so awesome.
Like, sometimes I think it's better when you don't have a plan. Like, I'm not really a planner. People will say, like, you know, they want me to go scope out and scout out, but that's just not my style. I like to kind of just see what's there and make it work from there, because then it's more in the moment and real and that type of thing. I'm sure that came from my training of learning shooting stage photos, because you don't know what you're going to get, and you have to just adapt really quickly. So.
Holy smokes. I can't even imagine, like...
BB just passed away. Yesterday was his 5-year anniversary of his passing, and
wow.
it's the only time I ever cried over celebrity
Here,
stuff.
I want to get a close-up of this print. Jimmy, can you switch it to the iPhone cam, please? So I'll just like swoop from the bottom to the top here. So people can order these prints like off of because I know that there's like a couple different websites that you can go on.
There's a lot, and they're all tied together. So I made it so that you could get from one to the other. But I just made Dog Daze Photo art.com.
Okay.
And that's where like all the inventory that's already printed like this you can get. It's already all made. You could order any of them at any time, but the stuff that's already made, it's just sitting there in a storage space waiting to go up on someone's wall. It's kind of sad that it gets closed in there every night.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Jimmy's going to be like, throughout the stream, he's going to be throwing up different photographs that Lisa has taken.
He should throw up the one of you.
Am I?
You're on Lumen Project, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I got Jimmy on all the rock and roll stars.
Jimmy, get your dad up there.
Lisa actually came through and she did a photo shoot. And you know what? I was actually thinking about that. It was yesterday or day before yesterday. I was thinking about that.
That was a year ago.
Very moment, and I was like, I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of photographers, and I want new tattoo photos, but for a lot of photographers, they would focus on like taking getting as much of the tattoo as they can in the photo. You captured me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was interested in.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
Like, I was really, really happy about
those
that.
Photos. You should definitely have them put one up, because I think people will be interested to see it, because it's very different, and it's black and white, which kind of strips it down. You know,
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of your tattoo photos are color, obviously, so you can see the tattoos. But I like that.
Well,
Mr. Goat, your other goat friend is very sad.
yeah,
He
Domino's
feels
back
very
there.
left out.
He's like,
he's like, why am I stuck back
do you want to meet
here?
him?
Yeah, I'd love
Yeah,
to meet him.
you can
Heck
meet
yeah.
Domino. Here, I'll
so
get him
bad
to meet
for him.
Domino, and then I'll see if I can't find that photo.
Yeah, tell him it's on Lumen Project.
Lumen Project. Okay, come here, Prince Nugget.
LumenProject.com.
Give me just 1 second. Be right back
I feel
with
like
you.
I should dance or something.
Keep me entertained.
Keep people entertained. Jupiter, come here. Come here.
Come here.
Jupiter.
Come here,
Let's
Prince
entertain him.
Nugget.
Come here. Come here.
Come here.
No. Come on. So they have to come one at a time? Oh, gotcha. Hi, other goat. I feel like I should be doing something. Hi. Hi. You hear that other goat talking? I don't know if we're on standby, if I'm on the camera. feel like I should be doing something. He was in the control room.
Yeah, I can't find I had a hard time finding the photo of me.
You did?
Yeah, I was like looking on the Lumen project and stuff, and then
Oh my.
like
I can find it for you right
it was
here.
just like it was hard for me to find it like right away.
I'm gonna find it for you right away.
Like I have my screensaver of mine. I'm just kidding. Put a screensaver of myself on my phone.
Well, you're the first one that comes up. Did you not know that? You're like the main guy.
You know what?
So
On
if you
on
go
my
to the
computer.
projects, you're the main one.
How did that happen?
Oh yeah, you missed yourself. You didn't recognize yourself. I gotcha. I'm gonna get you full on. There you are. Yeah, that's my favorite. Can you zoom in
Yeah.
on that?
Here, let me show. Jimmy, just put it on the iPhone cam.
Phone to phone. See that? Hey, goat. Hey, Mr. Goat.
Yeah, it actually turned out pretty good.
Sweet.
I
Hi,
wish I had it loaded up, but I didn't
That's
like
all right.
prepare for that.
You forgot. Come here, goat. What's this one's name?
This is Domino.
Domino.
Come here, bud.
Come here, Domino. You
Come
got
on.
a song about you. Did you know you had
Oh.
a song about you?
Come on.
You're so much bigger than your little friend.
Yeah. You know what? They're actually herd brothers. Like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those are brothers?
Yeah, they
That one's got a beard.
it started growing this
So
last year.
Cute. You're a hippie. You're a mountain goat, huh?
He knows how to do it too. Here, buddy.
Yeah.
Here,
You know,
check this
bow
out.
and
Yep.
and all
Come on,
that?
can you bow? Bow, bow, bow. There you
Oh,
go.
good.
Okay,
He really
wave,
wants to- he
wave.
wants to
There you go.
wave.
He wants to wave. Okay, bow, bow, bow. No?
Pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, he's one of the ones that can distinguish between the two.
So
So.
cute.
So, tell me, like, how did you get into photography? I'm sure you hear that in interviews.
I do. All the time. It was an accident. There was no plan to get into photography. I did have a camera when I was 10, and I really liked taking pictures, but I had no, I'm going to grow up to be a photographer. I didn't even realize you could actually do that, you know? It wasn't
Yeah.
really in the radar. It just happened. I was, bored and working at the Fox, and my neighbor was selling a camera, a Pentax K1000. Bought the camera, started taking pictures, realized that they looked pretty good, and
Uh-huh.
that was it. Just started taking it with me and taking pictures. There was no like forethought. I don't really do
So awesome.
things with forethought, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of like how art. Well, I don't know. I know some artists that are kind of meticulous, but me, I know I'm an artist, but I don't consider myself an artist. You know what I mean? Because like all
Well, I
this
mean,
stuff I created.
Look, yeah, exactly. This is
But-
art right here. Even just the setup is art. Really cool. But that's how I was. I was like, I'm an artist, but I don't have a median. And
Yeah.
then I found it and was like, oh wow, how
You
was
have-
this kept from me all this time?
So
I really
how
wish I
did
would have
you
started earlier.
how did you break into the rock and roll and the like?
I was working at the Fox, so it was a really easy transition. My husband was a musician, so I just started bringing my camera to work, and there was no rules at the time. You could just go shoot. So I would waitress, I would serve drinks until the very end of the show, and then at the encore, I'd grab my camera and go down and take some photos. So that's kind of how I taught myself. Some of that
That's
stuff's
so
still in my
cool.
fridge. There's probably like 200 rolls still in my fridge.
Are you
From like
kidding me?
1997, 1998. Yeah.
You know what? You know what I was thinking? Like, I'm not even kidding you. Your photography needs to go in like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Thank you. One day.
It needs to go there.
Call
Like,
them and tell them that.
Who do I call?
I know, right?
Jack Black? Like he's
Call Jack Black. I have pictures of Jack Black. Yeah, you know, I feel like things will evolve how they're supposed to evolve.
Yeah.
I picture myself as like a 75-year-old doing all that kind of gallery stuff, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't ever plan on like retiring or not doing it. I'm just hoping by that time I'm able to kind of do
Oh,
this. Oh,
sorry, bud.
Jupiter. Did you
Jeez,
take
I didn't
away
even
your
know he was
hiding
under there.
space?
Sorry, bud.
He's pissed. He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I moved the chair. He's like, yo.
So that's the plan, trying to get it out there to as many people as possible as
Yeah.
time goes on. I try to shoot stuff that people actually want up on their walls and
Yeah.
want to look at, and that stands the test of time, you know? I mean, this picture's like, God, it's like 16 years old. It's old, you know,
Yeah.
but I like stuff that it doesn't matter.
It's
can go
classic.
through. Yeah, exactly. I don't like to date, like, timestamp stuff so much. I like it to be like, I wonder when that was taken, you know?
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah, this is truly timeless.
Thank you. Mr. Goat, you're so hungry. Does your dad not feed you?
They always eat. They're ruminants, so
At
they
least
always.
they're not eating my hair. Lots of times goats like to eat curly hair.
Yeah, they do like to do
Right?
that. So, do you have a favorite gig that you were able to shoot? I mean,
There's a lot. I mean, any sort of like, you know, really someone you grew up just absolutely loving and you get to shoot them later is
Yeah.
pretty amazing. When I grew up, I was in love with Van Halen. In love. I mean, my whole entire bedroom wall was Van Halen. Just
nice.
all over the place, just wall-to-wall concert photos. So I never thought in a million years I'd actually be a person shooting those concert photos, you know?
Yeah.
If you look at even in my college days, like that's all I had on the wall was concert photos. I just never put the two together.
Yeah.
So to be able to like take something that someone would put on their wall is pretty freaking cool. I had the classic Jim Morrison poster that a lot of kids had. It was like, you know, life-size black
Yeah.
and white Jim Morrison photo that I just wish I still had that poster. Actually, I should probably look to buy a new one because I love that poster. But it's probably, if you look back at my photos from college of my dorm room,
Uh-huh.
then it's like, oh, that's where I was influenced and I didn't
Yeah.
even know it, you know? The choices of the photos that I had up were very reminiscent of what I'm shooting now.
You
so.
you capture like the right moment.
Thank
like
you.
look at it.
It's all about a moment. And
Yeah.
you know it. You know, even though I shoot film, I knew when that was taken that it was the shot. You know, same
Yeah.
with that one. Like when we shot Neil, who's my all-time favorite musician, we had to shoot from behind. He's weird. He has like, it depends on his mood. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
like, sure, shoot right here, do whatever you want. Other times it's like, go away and I don't want to see you, you know? So it just kind of depends on what kind of a mood he's in. In this one, we had to be like behind him. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to get a picture
Yeah.
from behind? But then I saw like, that's when he was playing After the Gold Rush and the lyrics are on that little sheet that's like just partially lit.
Just peeking
You
out.
know, and I love how you know who it is without it being like, you know, like any Neil Young fan is going to be like, oh, that's Neil.
Yeah.
So you just, then that's what I mean about like making use of time, you know, just
Yeah.
whatever is thrown in front of you, you try to make it work and make it cool.
Yeah, you definitely like had, well, with the not knowing the backstory and like what you had to work with and
Yeah.
everything, like you wouldn't even be able to know like that, you know what I'm saying, that you had that
Yeah.
struggle.
Yeah, it sucked. It was like, oh man, I don't want to be
Right.
back here.
Right.
But, you know, like being Neil Young, having Neil Young as your favorite musician of all time, and he comes out playing After the Gold Rush on the piano, just him, it's like,
Yeah.
doesn't get much better than that, you know? It was just like, oh my God, this is like the moment of my life. And you make
Totally.
it work and you bond with it. Yeah, and the one that you bought, the Iggy one,
Yeah.
that's one of my all-time
Yeah, I love this one.
favorites.
Here, I'll
The funny part is when I shot Iggy, I thought I did a terrible job. I thought I had like no good shots, and it's kind of funny.
get a little glare on that. Show, switch to the iPhone cam, son. Yeah, this is a good one. So this is right. This is right above my my cat Jupiter's cat tree.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
Yeah, he does. Yep. I mean, you have a few of Iggy Pop that I just really love.
He's great.
Purchase your tracks today.
He has that. Go ahead and switch to the full frame, son.
He's like, give me food. Give me food.
Yeah, he's hungry.
It's funny how they yell when the other one goes away.
Purchase your tracks
Like,
today.
do they do that?
Yep.
No matter what?
No matter what. No matter what. They don't like to be alone.
Oh.
And it's okay. Look at him bowing. He's like,
Oh,
look, I'm doing the
yeah.
trick. I'm doing the trick.
Doing the
Plus, they
tricky
get
food.
jealous.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if it was they were scared or they were jealous or
Well,
both.
you know what? I don't feel too bad for Prince because he was kind of picking on Domino earlier.
Was he? Oh.
Yeah, and it was kind of rude. Like
Oh.
he just kept hitting him, and I was like, "Yo, Prince."
Even though he's bigger.
Yeah, I said, "Watch out." I was like, "He's a lot bigger than you."
So what do? They go like this, or they butt their heads, or what? Hey, goat, come here.
He'll
Come here, Domino.
come up beside him and nip him like this, and he'll
Oh.
hit him on the side and whatnot.
That's terrible.
So
But
yeah,
your brothers, that's what brothers do.
headbutt. But Domino's, he's just a sweet goat.
He is very sweet. Look at
You
him.
know? He just doesn't. He kind of does what he wants.
Is that true? Yeah, just like now. He's like, that's right. I'm out of here.
Like he'll need to bully himself around
He
places.
likes a stuffed animal.
Yeah, he might be off to go take care of business.
Uh-oh. As long as he does it over there.
Yeah. It's not uncommon. He's like, "Whoa, who's that?" He's like,
He
looking
saw
himself
himself
in the mirror.
That's hilarious. Oh, man.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's got the one of had the one of Willie Nelson
Oh,
up.
yeah, Willie. He just had a
another one.
birthday. 87.
87. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's a.
It's elderly.
But
Oh, it's an elder statesman.
it makes you think like what kept him young all these years?
Exactly. Doing what he loves.
The weed.
Smoking weed.
Come here.
He has like his own brand in Colorado. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't.
either, but he has a brand. Yeah, he has coffee too,
Coffee.
with CBD in it. Hi.
Nice.
Wow, you're a good jumper.
Yeah, there's
Your hair is so coarse. It's so weird.
You don't like them treats, bud? Why? What's up? What's going on with those? Why don't you like them? They're real particular. Like,
He's like, I want some scrambled eggs and
here,
toast.
come here. So, have you you probably haven't even kept count of
Oh no.
how many? Oh, you want the whole bag? That's what it is. You probably haven't kept count of how many.
People I photographed?
Just amazing
No,
musicians.
Thousands, but a lot. I mean,
Wow.
22 years. So, yeah. I try to get everyone I can, especially if they're older and they're coming
Yeah.
through and I never photographed them, which I've never photographed the Stones, and I tried so hard last time to get in and I couldn't get in, and such a bummer.
Yeah.
So there's like a couple bands out there that, Eric Clapton, some of the classics that I've just not gotten a chance to photograph, which makes me sad.
Yeah, the Stones. That would have been a good one. One that I bet you were very appreciative. Not under the circumstances, but just in general. But Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, yeah.
That
I
was
got some
one.
great Tom Petty photos. He's awesome, and he's one of the few that he's really pro artist. So most bands give you a limited amount of time to shoot. Tom Petty let us shoot at Pepsi Center the entire show,
Wow.
which is unheard of, especially from the pit, like right in front. The only rule was you couldn't leave and come back, and I had to pee so freaking bad. I almost went under the little cover thing. I was trying to think of ways to maneuver it, but I held out. It was just like, there's no way
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave, so. But that was pretty cool of him. He's a very, very pro artist, and I love his show. I still listen to his show, Buried Treasures. Have you heard that? Yeah, it's great. It's on XM, but it's like he would do a show every week on the radio where he just pulled out like his favorite things you never hear, from
Yeah.
his record collection.
Mhm.
Such great stuff. Oh, Mr. Goat. Oh, Mr. Goat, do you like that? You're like a dog.
Yeah, he's loving
You're
the
like
snuggle.
a dog. He's just such weird texture compared to a dog.
Yeah, they I think it's
so
because
abrasive.
yeah, it's real coarse because I think it's because of the winter time or something.
yeah?
Like they just lost their undercoat.
Oh, I see.
So they had like a really
Said it.
thick, like
Said it. Oh, you're so sweet.
Like
you're
a-
so sweet.
real soft undercoat, and then when they lose it, this is what happens.
Oh, hello. Hello, little guy. Look how sweet you are. Oh my goodness. Does he get a bath? Do you like wash his hair?
Yeah, they just got groomed. They got their nails done.
Oh,
They got their
wow.
nails did.
Oh my gosh, you went to the beauty shop.
Yeah, their hooves,
That's why you
but
look so beautiful.
they're always losing hair, you know.
Can you still see him on there?
Where?
Like on the thing people are watching?
Yeah. You want to see it?
Yeah, I didn't know if you could see him down low like that.
So that's us right there.
Look at that. There we are with the goat. That's cool. I match you. I'm glad I wore white, Domino. How do you name your goats? Just names you like, or
You know
their
what?
personalities, or what?
It's different. Yeah, it could be their personality. Some goats we won't find out their name, like we toy
so some
with
of them
names.
come name.
Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
become that name.
Oh.
Like Brutus. My first goat, the reason why his name is Brutus is because he was just a little bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, come here, buddy. Come on.
Well, how'd you name this guy?
Domino? Well, it was actually a toss-up between Domino and Cookie. So there's a bunch of kids that still call him Cookie.
Call you Cookie.
And then we start calling him Domino, and then it really stuck with Domino after somebody you actually photographed,
yeah?
Casey Musgraves.
Oh, how funny.
So Domino,
yeah, that's right. You did a thing with her.
Yeah.
That's right.
Domino and Zero were in the their Instagram and all their social media and stuff for I did a thing with Casey Musgraves, and
That's awesome.
that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Very
That's so cool.
discreet kind of. It was kind of strange because we had to go to this weird motel in Denver. It was like
What?
really sketchy. And
Yeah.
there was like
odd.
ballerinas. There was like
What?
a marching band. There was a
At the hotel?
trick ropers, like all kinds of weird stuff. We showed up with goats.
What? I wish I could have photographed that.
And then it was just like a bunch of he went over to take
You
care
went
of
to the
business.
bathroom?
He but yeah, like it was just strange, like place and everything. And we got there, I was like, what is this even? They're like, you know who Casey Musgraves is? And at the time I didn't even know who she was.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't. They're like, she's winning all kinds of Grammys, and I'm like, she must be important.
Yeah, right? That's so funny.
If Vogue magazine asks you if you have goats, you
Yeah,
kinda
right.
like,
You're like,
yeah,
yeah, I
of
got
course.
goats. I'll bring my goats. That's so cool.
Come here, buddy.
Famous goat.
Can you go this way? Come on.
Hi. Hello, Mr. Goat.
Sometimes the goats. Oh yeah, see
Hi.
he'll choose that
Hi.
path, the
Yeah.
most dangerous one.
Is that dangerous? Yeah, you wanted to come by me, huh? Oh, you're so sweet. Oh my goodness. Sweet little goat.
So if you guys are just joining us, if you want to know where to find Lisa Siciliano's artwork, it's gonna be at Dog Daze Photo, DogDazePhoto.com.
.com, and you could go to all the other sites from there. So from that,
Sweet.
that's like the main site that encompasses everything. Then you could go to Dog Daze Rocks from there, which is all the rock stuff. You can go to lumenproject.com
Yeah.
from there, which is all this kind of stuff that we were showing of Jim. And Mr. Goat. And then you could go to Dog Daze Photo Art, which is where you could buy this stuff. So everything's linked together. I finally took the time to do that, and it feels really good to know that everybody
Awesome.
can go everywhere from one place.
And people can actually book you as
Oh,
their
yeah.
photographer too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I shoot
Sweet.
everything, except for for houses. Everything but that.
Oh yeah.
No products or architecture, but you know, everything but. Houses are a little too static for me.
Yeah.
You have to be very precise, and I'm not very precise. I've tried to do it, and my houses come out like fun houses.
Oh.
'Cause I'm not good at just like that, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, there was this architect named Frank Lloyd Wright.
Oh yeah, he makes
So
some great. My daughter's going to school for architecture, so
Uh,
we look at architecture, and I love houses and I love architecture, but I'm just not very good at photographing them because that's a whole different skill set, you know. So you have to be very.
I've been in a couple of Frank Lloyd Wright's houses in Phoenix or
Yeah.
Scottsdale.
There's one
Pretty
out
wild.
here too, isn't there?
I don't know.
I thought that one isn't the sleeper house one of his houses. Or is that someone else?
I'm not entirely sure. The only reason I knew who he was like Frank Lloyd Wright. Who's that? Like, because there's a street named that.
Oh, so you were like, huh?
So I looked up. I was like, oh, it's an architect. And then I was like washing windows at the time, so like quite a few years ago. But
Get pulled back.
they're like, this Frank Lloyd Wright built this house. I'm like, wow, what a trip. Like, there's a street named after the guy. He's
That's crazy.
building
Was it a cool
houses.
house?
Yeah, it's cool. Like, I mean, I don't think it was like, it was an amazing house, but I don't think it was like the house he was known for or whatever. You know,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Mr. Goat, you're gonna get in trouble. What are you doing over there? He wants to sleep on your bed.
Yeah, he's checking out the camera equipment.
Where are you going? You going to see your friend? He's going in the control room.
Oh, look at
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, I like what he's doing over there with the putting up the different stuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You know, Jimmy and I, we got to see the Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah, the last tour.
Yep. And
I
then
didn't get to shoot.
right after that, we got to go see Lil Wayne and Blink 182.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember the pictures from that.
We were third row, center. We had the best seats in
That's
the
awesome.
entire Pepsi Center.
Wow.
And you know what? I don't care what anybody says. Like, 'cause some people say, like, oh, they don't like Lil Wayne or whatever. That bass had my face
Right?
just like...
I have photos of Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, sorry.
I'm gonna grab a towel real quick. See if we can't this little mess up real quick. It's a good job, Domino. You're a good goat. You're a good goat.
Domino. Think your friend went to sleep. He stopped yelling back there.
Yeah, calm down a little bit. He can bed down and munch on some hay a little bit.
That's cute. They got hay in there.
Yeah, it's like their little green room. Hey,
Ew, don't eat that.
come here, bud. Come here. Come here, bud. Alright. It's one thing about goats, like you gotta clean up after them all the time.
Uh-oh, I think Jupiter freaked him out.
Oh, really?
He went over there where he was, and then he just like kind of jumped. And I heard the cat make a sound. That's funny. Did they get along?
You know what? I'm not entirely sure. Like, Jupiter sees the goats every once in a while, but he doesn't hang out with them a lot.
Yeah.
Come here, bud. All right. Come on. You want some of these ones? Come on.
Is that actual goat food, or is that like dog food or something?
It's they're goat treats,
Oh, wow.
and they taste like black licorice.
Cool. I didn't know goats like licorice. I don't have any for you. Boy. That's crazy that they like licorice. That's such a strong flavor.
Yeah. Come on, get up there. Come on, buddy. Up.
Jump. There you go. There you go, Mr. Gold.
So, any interesting experiences during your like something that stands out?
Yeah, that's a good question. And obviously not, since nothing's coming to my brain.
Yeah, you gotta have something.
I mean, it's all exciting and fun. There wasn't any like,
Yeah.
you know, Marilyn Manson came out with a knife once. Like they told us to like make sure we didn't get too close and don't come past a certain spot, and we didn't know why. And he came out and had a microphone that was like a giant, you know, this big of a knife. Just like, oh, all right, cool, you know, that was crazy. We only got one song for that, and he was, you know, wielding it around. But there was never any, you know, you hear the stories about photographers getting spit on or getting kicked, or I've never experienced anything like that, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll jump into the crowd and you have to duck, or, you know, the insane clown posse. I tried to shoot them a couple times and never got
Fago.
to. Well, because, yeah, exactly, with the stupid soda. It's like,
Yeah.
what? I tried to shoot them at Boulder Theater a couple years ago, and everyone was writing me back, are you sure? And I didn't know, you know, about them. I just thought it'd be cool on black and white film with their costumes, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, are you serious? And I'm like,
Yo,
what
the
serious? You know, so
camera.
I go there, and the whole walls of the Boulder Theater were, you know, with garbage bags all covered, everything.
Yeah.
The walls, the equipment. I'm like, what is going on, you know? And then I waited for like 2.5 hours, and they still hadn't come out, so I said, screw it, and I ended up leaving, so I never did get to photograph them. But everybody warned me, and, you know, you had to sign a thing saying we're not responsible for your equipment. So
Yeah.
I don't know why people go to get soda thrown on them. I still don't understand that, but there's
Yeah.
never been any like too crazy stuff, just normal crazy stuff. You know, when we shot Aerosmith, the camera guy was a real asshole.
Oh, really?
Kind of knocked us, you know, kind of just knocked us all back, put his arm back, and we all kind of tumbled.
What?
So you never know, you know, who's going to be in there and what you're going to get. You kind of just roll with it, whatever it is.
You
Aerosmith
know
was
what? That
awesome.
guy. Yeah, exactly.
You know, they were
like,
great, and they were awesome to shoot. But
You know, Steven Tyler is like one of my favorites.
he's amazing. I've
His
got so
voice-
many great photos of him. He's so cool, too. Have you ever
Yeah.
heard an interview with him?
No, I haven't.
Really nice, smart, like, listens when you talk, really interested. I gave some of my photos of him to his doctor, supposedly. It was a guy I went to high school with who's a doctor, and supposedly he's Steven Tyler's doctor, and he was going to put him in his office. So, I don't know. Steven hasn't called me yet, which I
Right.
thought for sure once he saw the photos he'd call.
You know what? So,
But we don't know that
oh
they're
my
actually
goodness.
there. But maybe. I would love to meet him. Like, out of all the celebrities, he's like one of the ones I would love to meet, just because he
Yeah.
seems really interested in other people.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely interested.
He seems like he's down to earth too. Like he has his daughter and like
He has a lot
you know
of
he's
daughters.
lived a lot of life and stuff.
Yeah.
You
He
know.
doesn't seem too starstruck. Hopefully he's not, you know, because just like
Yeah.
working at Red Rocks, I used to do the backstage photos, and a lot of people that I loved were not very nice, and it was kind of a bummer to meet someone that you've idolized, you know. Beck.
Uh-oh.
And and you're like, shit, I was really hoping that you would have been a lot nicer of a person. But then on the flip side, you meet people who you thought might not be nice and were amazing, like Tori Amos, you know. She
Yeah.
was one of the nicest people I'd met. So
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah, I've had that happen before too. Like you have an expectation of like what this famous person is gonna be like, and then you get there. I remember this one guy. He's this DJ, and I couldn't wait to see him, and it was so cool. And he was like passing out like free records,
Uh-huh.
and he put the record in my hand, and I went to go take it like
You
this.
pulled it back?
Yeah, and I was pulling on it, and he wouldn't let it go, and he just like pulled it back like that and took it and threw it like this. And I
That's
never
weird.
liked that guy again.
Yeah, I bet. That's not
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, it was very not nice.
Jeez.
I bet you he doesn't even remember it either.
No, he probably does it all the time. He's probably just one of those people. And it's interesting because you just never know. Like, you have a perception of people, and then you meet them, and you're like, oh man, I wish I would have met you. But you know, BB King, total opposite. Like, I was shooting him at the Boulder Theater, and my daughter was there, and she was little at the time. She was still in elementary school, and he saw her in the audience and called her up to the front.
I think he's about to let loose.
Oh, he's gonna poop? Yuck.
I think so.
Don't poop when I'm sitting here. Go down there to the bathroom. The bathroom's down the hall.
Come on.
Don't go poop. He's like, what? I'm a goat.
Usually when he pokes his tail up like that, like a flag,
I'm glad
it's
you
like
warned me. Yuck.
it's like you
You
know
don't
how
wanna poop on your
the
stand.
you know how like when you're water skiing, the people in the boat, like if somebody falls in the water,
Yeah.
they put the flag
Yeah.
up. That's what the
That's
tail
what
is
he
like.
does?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you go excuse yourself, Mr. Goat?
I don't
Yuck.
think he's going to. You made him nervous. No,
Sorry. I made him embarrassed.
No,
Good.
I think he's waiting.
Domino.
Oh, you're a good goat.
You are a good goat. Just don't poop.
You know what's funny? Well, I want to come up with like a filtration system to where I can like catch the raw manure that hasn't been contaminated, and like sell it to like hemp farms.
It's a good idea. What do
Cause
you think about that? You can make your dad money off your poop.
well, because last year, well, as the goat farmer that we work with, they grew like 6 plants in just straight goat poop.
Wow.
Just straight goat poop, filled it up. And these things grew so high and so like, and just,
crazy.
yeah, just not even no pesticides, no nothing, just
Wow.
out at the farm in raw goat poop.
Oh, I think he is gonna go. He's gonna go right on my white skirt.
I think
Mr.
he's just scratching himself.
Domino. What's up, bud?
It's not like cat poop or something. It's like little rabbit pellets.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's not like I thought it was like a dog poop.
No.
I
Oh.
was like, ew.
And plus they're remnants. Like, so
Oh.
I know we're talking about their poop, but they don't eat like the same kind of animal proteins and stuff
I
like a cat
see.
does and stuff, or dogs. So it
Okay,
doesn't-
they're just eating licorice treats and hay, huh? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you, Domino. I still like you. I still like you. We're still friends. We're still friends, huh? Yeah. We're still good friends. I like to photograph you guys. You're just as good as the rock stars. You are rock stars. Yes, you are. Oh, you hear that. Now you're distracted. He's like,
There's this
"Dude, he's
one
so much like a
photographer
dog."
that I know that likes to. Well, he did do a shoot with goats. His name is Kevin Horan,
Uh-huh.
and he got some really good shots of some goats.
Nice.
And I'm not entirely sure, like knowing what I know. Yeah, see him? Knowing what I know about goats, they do things like this. It's
Yeah.
really hard to capture.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I mean, you just kind of have to like. I think you just have to sit with them and like not do anything
Yeah.
until they
they
are
do,
comfortable.
I did. We went out. There's a place, a sanctuary. What is it called? Shovels and Ropes? No, that's
Oh,
a band.
Broken
That's a
Shovels?
band. What's it called?
Broken Shovels.
It might be where they have
Yeah.
bands.
You
And
know
then
what?
they
I
have
think
goats.
they have bands at Broken
Yeah,
Shovels.
and we
sometimes.
went to where you could go through where the goats are.
Uh-huh.
But there's like massive amounts of goats, like
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of goats, and they all start following you like in a gang, and it's real creepy. It was freaking me out so bad because they're not little like him; they're big,
Yeah,
and they follow you, and they're staring at you, and you're like, "Oh my god,
that's how they do.
that's what they do." Yeah.
They just stare at you. Oh, bud.
So what do you do with these guys when they get big?
He's already big. This
Well-
is what I do with him.
He's big. I don't know why I've seen much bigger goats. And maybe it's a different type of goat.
Well, he is. He
'Cause
is a
I've seen
different
goats
type.
like this big goats. you
Yeah,
know?
we have them too. Like, we have Sonnens and Alpines, which are like milk goats.
He's
These
like
little
ready
guys
to
are
just
like-
stick his head in the whole bag.
People have these goats for milk and stuff, but they
Whoa, buddy. Whoa.
they're
How
more like
embarrassing.
the exotic breed of goats.
These are or the other ones?
These guys.
Yeah.
Cause
the
they got like
exotic.
they got so many different colors and stuff like that. Like different
Yeah.
patterns and shapes and different their hair is funny.
He wants to go up there and lay with the stuffed animal. That's so cute.
Like sometimes their hair will just do this craziness and then they'll grow like a big long beard and
I
some
like
of them
that. I like his beard. It's very cute. He looks like a hippie.
they'll grow these things called wattles.
I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah, they're like little decorations for whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like how do you even like
Where's your decorations?
yeah, who else has that? Like you?
Exactly.
Like if I grew out like wattles on my neck.
You'd get the side eye.
Yeah, like ooh, what's wrong with this guy? He's
Yeah.
got weird things.
Got waddles. Come here, buddy. Look what I got for you. Yeah.
I got
Oh,
the
you don't like 'em.
waddles. What happened to him? He got the
I
waddles.
got the waddles. Stay away from him. He doesn't want my treats. He's out of here. Because I made fun of his poop. Is that it?
Oh, he's all right. Yeah.
He's very
He's a good
sweet.
goat.
He's a very sweet face. Do you play music?
You know what? I did. I grew up like learning how to read music, learning how to play music and stuff like that. But honestly, I think my gifts were somewhere else. Honestly, like I knew how to play saxophone. I just
Oh, nice.
Cause we have a gift and stuff. It's like I think for it to actually be a gift, like you have to use it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say like I started off like really good at saxophone in the 5th grade, and then by the time I hit like my sophomore junior year, I don't know, I just kind of burned out on it. Yeah, I wanted to skateboard. I wanted to roller skate. That's one thing like that, well, I went on to be like a music production, audio engineering
Yeah.
teacher and all that stuff, and I could see why you would ask, do
Yeah,
I
that's what
play
I thought,
instrument
yeah.
or I just had the back end knowledge, my dad, he was a pastor, and like
Oh, wow.
he had a church, and
Wow.
he taught me, they were always looking for a sound guy.
Mhm.
And so
That's how you learned, and now you're
yeah.
teaching your son who's in there
yeah.
doing sound for us.
Well, it was a trip though, because I went to this roller skating rink, and the manager there was like, "Hey, do you want a job?" And because I knew how to operate the soundboard and stuff, and I'm like, "Doing what?" He's like, "To be a DJ."
Wow.
And so that's why I started like learning how to DJ, and then also learning how to roller skate.
That's crazy.
So I like,
Two things at once.
yeah, well, and it's my favorite thing to do now.
That's crazy.
I love to roller skate. Like, it's so
Wow.
much fun.
Roller blade or roller skate?
Roller skate. Here, I'll show you my roller
Yeah,
skates.
Cool.
And actually, like, I did this whole thing on Rocky Mountain Goat Yoga, where like I manifested these roller skates, and my friend,
Nice.
these were
Oh,
like,
wow.
these came around from 20 years ago.
Awesome. Oh my
These
gosh,
just
they're,
been
like, older
sitting.
than that.
They've been sitting in this garage.
That's crazy. Nice.
Yeah,
So you just roller skate around here?
I do. I roller skate around here. Come on, Domino. That's not for you, bud. I roller skate in here, and I'm actually training the goats to like not fear me when I'm rolling around in
Yeah,
skates.
yeah.
So I want to do like
You should put them on some skates. Roll on each side.
Like this.
Some skates.
I actually want to teach them how to do the tricks and stuff while I'm rolling roller skates.
That's a great idea.
Because if I can work with them and ride the roller skates, it's more like a circus act.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could take it on the road.
Well, I don't want to go on the road. I just want to play with my goats.
Start your own carnival.
I just got back to Colorado a few years ago.
From where?
Well, 'cause I grew up here, I grew up in Colorado, and then I moved to Phoenix for 8 years, and then I moved back. So.
What were you doing there?
I was teaching audio engineering at the conservatory, actually.
Wow, but no goats.
No, that didn't come till I came back to Colorado, and like that was just kind of like fell out of the sky. It was kind of bizarre. Like I was working at the place that you actually have a lot of your art hanging at the Riverside. If you guys want to go check out.
Not anymore. It's not there.
Oh, it's not there. Okay.
It's in my storage space.
All right. Anywho,
come to my storage space.
come to the storage space. The website. Don't even. You didn't even hear the name that I said.
Boulder Theater, though.
Boulder Theater is awesome.
There's a whole bunch there. There's some stuff at the Fillmore.
Cool. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That one's at the Fillmore, the one you have.
Yeah.
So you were working there at that place, and you met a
I'm
goat.
supposed to be interviewing you. No, so I was actually, I was at the Riverside, and honestly, like the way it worked out was like because I was hosting Monday night yoga lessons, and
You see himself in the mirror.
every time after the lessons, I would just stay after. I would brainstorm. I'd research. I'd think about things and like what are people doing. And one day I stumbled across this article of this lady. She was doing animal therapy with goats, and I just decided to publish my first event. It was actually supposed to go down at the Riverside.
Wow.
But it just happened that like I double booked the event on our ticket seller, and so we're twice the capacity of the Riverside. So, 120 people doing 120 yogis. Yeah, will you get that stuff out of the way, son, please? The prints, please. Come here, buddy.
What did I do? Thank you.
Come on.
Come here, Mr. Goat.
You know what? I think we'll swap out. I think we're gonna go get Prince again.
It's time for Prince.
Yeah, you're gonna go take a nap, bud.
Time to take a nap, Goat.
Oh, you don't like that? That's alright. You don't have to like it. Come on, Prince Nugget. Let's go. Come on, bud. Okay. Come on. Come say hi to Lisa.
Hi. Hi, Prince Nugget the fourth.
So then I actually I hosted at Valley Soul Sanctuary, and it was wait, what's today? Is today the 14th?
Yeah, 15th.
Today's the 15th? Okay, so we actually said we didn't even say happy anniversary or anything for Rocky Mountain Goat Yoga. So cuz every time we have an anniversary, it's always on Mother's Day. So we like to just say Happy Mother's Day instead of Happy Anniversary.
Well, now you could say it.
Yeah. But do you know what the Valley Soul Sanctuary is in Boulder?
Mm-mm.
That place is actually pretty cool.
What do they do?
Well, it's kind of like a commune now. Like there's a bunch of tiny homes and stuff on there.
Wow.
But they have this big yoga space and this big outdoor area. Will you shut the door, please, too? Sorry.
Hey, Goat, you want a picture? Goat, you're not as friendly as your friend. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here, Goat. Hey. Goat, come here. Come here. Look. Hey, I've got some for you if you want to come here with me. Okay, I'm not going to get you in here, obviously. Come here, Goat. Hey. happened?
You know what? Our open broadcaster software, it's like frozen on your website.
Oh,
Kind of.
kind of.
Well, yeah, it's frozen on Dolly.
Oh.
And that's not a bad thing. She's making a really happy face.
Yeah, she is. She's very happy.
But
How long's it been
we
stuck
fixed
on
it.
there?
Well, we fixed it temporarily.
Oh, cool.
So Jimmy's sitting there with his finger on the mouse
Oh,
and just holding it in place.
how long
so
was
that
it stuck there?
You know what? I'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out when we
I'll find
watch
out,
it.
but I don't think for very long, because
Yeah.
Jimmy's pretty good about
Yeah,
calling me
he
in.
was on it. He's like, mission control. Mork, calling Orkin.
But we're actually have like just a couple minutes left anyways, Lisa. I really appreciate you coming
Yeah,
to do
it's
this.
been awesome.
And we actually didn't even, well, I didn't drink any of my kombucha.
I know. What's
Wait,
up with that?
is this a local place?
I don't know. Is it? Let's say so.
No.
No.
It's from Corona, California.
We have nuh-uh.
That's what it says, Corona, California.
How about that? Ironic, huh?
Yeah.
I brought him Corona.
Yeah. This is the BU Kombucha Lavender. So this is actually paint, wine, and goats.
We don't
But-
have paint. We don't have
No, we
wine,
don't
but
want-
We've got goats.
We got goats.
We've got
We got goats.
photography.
Hey, and you know what? The thing is it doesn't matter.
That's right.
like,
We're having
peop-
fun. We're having a nice conversation.
My name is Jim. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Jim?
Jim James.
Yeah, what does it even mean? Like,
Jimmy.
it doesn't have to mean anything. Just kidding.
Nope. Nothing
Um,
has to mean anything.
No, but dogdazephoto.com. You guys have to go. You have to check out the website.
Please do. I've been doing so many updates, so
And
trying to keep it fresh.
once you guys see the photography in there, and then it pops into your head, you can actually book Lisa. And I'm telling you right now, she, like, for the caliber of photographer that she is, her prices are so reasonable. It's you got to book with her. If you got a wedding coming up, if you have any type of occasion coming up, you have to book with Lisa, because she's so amazing.
Trying
And
to keep it real.
yeah, I mean, you can just see the photographs here. BB King. I mean, look at the ones on her website, especially because she's got. I mean, you just keep scrolling down and down and down and down, and it's
a lot of
mind blowing of how much work she has. So
It's pretty massive at this point. Because I just want to keep shooting, you know? Even through this whole thing, I've shot like 17 rolls of film.
Yeah.
Just like find something every day cool to photograph, you know?
you know what's interesting is I thought about the photos that are actually gonna be from this time period, like with the masks and everything else, like how strange that's
It's
gonna
real
be.
strange. I've like kept that to as much of a minimum as I can, just because it's weird. Like I did enough to like give it context, but when the floods came here, I don't know if you were living here yet or not.
No,
We
no,
had
it's
massive
a couple
floods,
years.
and we were right up against the floodplain, and we had a creek in our backyard, and you know there was trees coming down. It was really super scary, and
Yeah.
I did not document any of it, which is crazy. But I just couldn't get myself to
Yeah.
do it. So this time I'm like forcing myself, but I'm also trying to just find like beauty in it too, you
Yeah.
know, and not focus on, because it's also, there's a million news photographers out there now shooting the same. Like, how many times have you seen now the mask thing? You know, I feel like
Yeah.
at this point it's like so overdone. So I've been shooting birds and
Yeah.
symbols of like freedom and, you know, things like that. Like, what's more freeing than a bird in the sky, you know?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be a bird? I do.
Well, you know what, Lisa, I wanna do another photo shoot of my like just for the tattoo.
I would love to. That would be
'Cause-
awesome. We could do some cool lighting and
Yeah.
some really cool stuff.
The aesthetics, like my aesthetics right now, just because I've been monkeying around on
Yeah,
that
look
Lyra
at,
and
we've got
stuff,
this stuff.
and I've gone well, I'm pretty, like, I do a vegan cycle now. Like, I'm pretty much vegan now.
Awesome. I'm so
yeah.
glad to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
well, man, it's such a road.
Really?
Like, for me, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
didn't have that. I know I hear people that say that, but for me it was just like the opposite kind of
Yeah.
experience, you know? But I guess everybody's completely different with that, and you have to kind of just follow who you are.
Yeah.
For me it was just like, okay, I'm never eating that again, you know? So it was not difficult. The cheese part, that part's hard, and I go back and forth with that, like I won't lie. I'm vegetarian, vegan, leaning vegan, you know? I don't eat animals, but cheese is so good.
You know what? I'd have to agree. And honestly, like, cause I don't eat cheese now, and I haven't eaten cheese for a while. But
Oh, is that the poop?
yeah,
It looks just like the food.
so
So is that what was over there that you swept?
Yeah.
I thought it was the
You
food,
thought
and
it
I'm
was
like, why is his food all over the floor over there? Oh my God, that is so funny. Do they not digest it? It just comes right back out?
They're rodents. They're like, well, it goes in. Well, actually, it
That's
doesn't even
so
go in like
weird.
this. Like they eat hay, and the hay comes out like that.
I
like
was
little
not
balls.
expecting that. Because when I saw you sweep it over there, I thought it was the cat food. And I'm like, why is he like sweeping up cat food and not letting them eat it? Okay. Well, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting, okay. I know what goats do now. When they go to the bathroom, I learned something here today.
It's so funny though, because Prince had to go off camera to take care of it.
Yeah, that's good. Good for
Oh, you know what? I
Prince.
gotta block this real quick. Hold up. I didn't realize how dangerous of territory we were in over here.
I hope that Jimmy's putting up clips when I'm just sitting here.
Well, he like I said, he's got his finger sitting on the mouse button.
Oh, so I am just sitting here.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, at least I
Well,
washed my hair.
What's
He
that?
fixed it? He fixed it. Sweet.
You fixed it, Jim? Nice work.
You're funny. You guys, do you use that to scratch your back or something, huh?
Yeah. So around this time of year, like they lose their undercoat, and basically he's just like, he thinks that he has undercoat. She's
that's
brushed it all out,
Uh-huh.
but he's like
He thinks he
trying
has
to get
it
undercoat off.
That's really funny. We should do a rock photo of the goats. Dress them up in like some leather jackets. And
Is Red Rocks closed?
yeah, it would be awesome. Put them up at Red Rock stage.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for having me and sharing all my work. Hopefully,
Totally.
I'll get something out of it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I think
I
it'd be
think
cool
s-
too with those lights, like side lighting you in black and white with just like a
Yeah.
side light. You know, it'd be really cool.
I'm
Do
with
some
it.
Cool stuff with that.
The one thing, like, 'cause you can't, like, the tattoo, like when you get light on it, you can't see any striations, you can't see like vascularity, none of that stuff, you know. Not that I'm trying to be like Muscle Man or anything, but when I get in the right lighting and I see it, it's like, whoa, like
Yeah.
I've actually put in some work, you know. I can
Yeah,
tell.
that's
You know,
awesome.
I'm just focused and trying to get better at this ring thing on my spare
I've
time.
seen
But
you on there a lot of times playing
You
on that thing.
you
That's
watched me
awesome.
on it?
Yeah, I've watched you on it. We know all about it.
I think
that was the
it's-
first thing Jacques said when I told him to come on. He said, "Are you going to do the interview on the ring?"
Oh God. You know what's funny is like I actually did I did the Lyra. Well, I slowly started like taking clothes off because it was just uncomfortable to monkey around on this thing, and like I ended up getting down to like just my black boxer briefs, and it's amazing like what a big difference it makes.
Yeah, I'm sure. I do. If you saw on my site, there's a whole series of photos of a girl on one of those.
Really?
They're amazing, and she just has on like little underwear type stuff
See, I need to learn. Like,
There's
I
a
need to
place
look
up
some
in
stuff
Boulder
up.
that has, like once things get back to normal, there's a thing up in Boulder that they teach you all that kind of stuff. It's like a whole circus place. It's
That's
pretty
awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
See, thus far I've just been
You just been
climbing
teaching
on it
yourself.
and teaching myself,
That's
and there's been a few people that have told me they're like, you need a crash pad. That's the first thing they say. They're like,
Yeah.
you're gonna fall and
Yeah.
hit yourself, and I don't want one. Like,
Yeah.
I
You're
I
pretty
roller
close.
skate.
You're pretty close to the ground.
Yeah, I'm pretty close
the
to
girl
the
I
ground.
shot, she was like 50 feet. Like it was a
Yeah.
really high ceiling. She was
Not doing
way
that.
up high.
I mean, I would do it if I had like a net or something.
Yeah.
But
Definitely. You're pretty close. You would have to fall pretty weird to hurt yourself.
well, if you think about it, like, I mean, I do bouldering,
Yeah.
and I climb,
Yeah, exactly.
15, 20 feet up or whatever, and I'll drop down.
Yeah.
Not onto rocks. I'll drop down on a crash pad, but still, like, even if I took a spill on my roller skates,
Yeah,
like, I've done that
exactly.
before, and
Get
probably same
hurt.
thing. Get hurt, but I mean, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world.
No, you're not gonna have to like go to the hospital and get all bandaged up.
But hey, I might.
You
Yeah, it's just safety third.
That's
Safety
right. That's right.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for.
you for having me.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Totally. I mean, this is a history in the making for Rocky Mountain Goat Yoga. We have Lisa Siciliano for our this episode of Paint, Wine, and Goats. We don't have any paint. We don't have any wine, but we
got
do have
goats.
That's not even the
best
point.
Of the three.
Yeah, it's not even the point to this event. If you haven't
right.
figured out the point yet, just keep watching. Keep coming
Watching.
back, and you'll get it eventually.
When do you do it? Every week?
We actually do this every other week because
Alright.
the artists like I gotta spread them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks, come back.
2 weeks, come back. We're gonna have a very special guest. I don't know who that is yet, but they're gonna be
It's
here.
gonna be awesome.
So are the goats. Stay tuned this week for some roller skating action. I'm gonna be training the goats tomorrow morning. Virtual goat yoga.
Nice.
Tomorrow night at 5 is reading to goats.
That's awesome.
And then we have our virtual vinyasa flow on Sunday morning without the goats, just traditional vinyasa flow yoga. So, also, if you guys want me to deliver any goats to your house, I could do that. If you want me to deliver a mini donkey to your house, I could also do that.
That's fun. Where's the mini donkey?
The mini donkey's in Brighton, and his name is Brightly.
Oh.
And I was out walking the neighborhoods with him yesterday. He got really stubborn. Oh my goodness. I was out in the middle of the street like pulling this donkey, and all he wanted to do was go in circles. That's it. He wanted to go in circles, and he wouldn't let me, like,
It's hilarious.
I was pulling him and pulling him and pulling him like, come on, Brightly, come on, like, he did not want to go.
That's hilarious.
I have to pick him up tomorrow.
Oh my god. Oh, someone's here at the studio.
I don't think anybody should. Nobody should be here.
Here comes the goat.
Nobody's here.
What was that?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
It might have been. Yeah, I did hear it, and it might have been. Like the water drainage.
Oh, wow,
Because it's like
weird.
raining out there. So.
Oh, it's raining. Come on, Mr. Goat. Let's say goodbye. Does he wave goodbye?
He might. Come here, Prince
here, come
Nugget.
say
You want to
goodbye.
come tell our guests goodbye?
Hey, Mr. Nugget the Fourth. Come here.
Prince Nugget the Fourth. Come here, bud. Come up here. Tell our guests goodbye.
You gotta close us out.
Tell everybody goodbye. You know what? We really appreciate everybody watching these live streams. If you didn't, if you donated to our online events,
Yeah,
we really appreciate.
donate. Help him out.
If this is only temporary until we get things
Do it.
reach
Do
equilibrium.
it. Donate.
If you didn't donate, please do so. This keeps the studio open, keeps the live streams going, keeps the goats fed and all that.
Yeah, the goats need food. Do you see how much they eat?
They eat
They're
a lot.
starving.
If you already donated, we really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please consider.
Do it.
And then
How could you turn this goat down?
yeah, Prince Nugget the Fourth, he sends his love.
Wave, Prince. You remember how?
Okay, can you wave?
No.
Oh.
Come on, goat.
Wave.
He's
Wave.
like, I'll bow.
Can you wave? Wave.
That's close, right? That's close enough. He's gonna go on your chair.
Oh yeah, is
No,
that
he
the
wants
new
to
trick?
Be the host.
He's like, look,
he
I
wants
could
to
do this.
interview. He's like, I could go on the chair and do an interview.
That's funny. All right, guys.
All
Much love
right.
and baby goats. We appreciate you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.